The first text arrived on a Tuesday morning in March. We need to talk about Mom's house. You're being selfish keeping it all. I stared at my phone while packing lunches for Emma and Lucas. The house wasn't Mom's anymore. She'd signed it over to me 8 years ago when her dementia diagnosis came. I'd spent $200,000 renovating it, turning it into a duplex that generated $4,800 monthly in rental income. My sister Jennifer knew this. We'd discussed it at Mom's funeral 2 years ago. I didn't respond. The second text came that afternoon. Your kids look happy at Riverside Elementary. Nice playground. My hands went cold. Jennifer lived 3 states away in Nevada. Riverside Elementary was in Portland, Oregon. I picked up Emma and Lucas that day myself, instead of letting them take the bus. Jennifer's silver Honda sat across the street from the school entrance. She waved. That night at Dad's birthday dinner, I mentioned it to the family. Jennifer's been watching the kids' school. I said quietly. Dad set down his fork. She's visiting for my birthday. Probably just happened to drive by. She texted me about the playground. My brother Marcus laughed. You're being paranoid, Nicole. She's trying to reconnect with her niece and nephew. Jennifer smiled from across the table. I thought about stopping by to say hello, but you're so protective. Didn't want to overstep. The family nodded sympathetically. I was the difficult one. Always had been. The texts escalated through April. Emma's backpack is so cute, the pink one with butterflies. Lucas needs better shoes for PE. Those sneakers are falling apart. They eat lunch at 11:45. Emma sits with the blonde girl. Lucas sits alone. I installed a GPS tracker on my car. Jennifer's Honda appeared on the same streets I drove, to work, to the grocery store, to the kids' dentist appointments, always 3 or 4 cars back. I started documenting times, locations, screenshots of her vehicle. My ex-husband Derek thought I was losing it. Your sister wouldn't stalk you, he said during kid pickup exchange. You two just need to work out this property thing. She's following our children. She's family. Maybe she wants to be more involved in their lives. He handed me Lucas's jacket. Sign whatever paperwork she needs and move on. I called the Portland Police non-emergency line. The dispatcher was polite but clear. Family disputes didn't qualify as stalking unless there were explicit threats. Driving on public streets wasn't illegal. They suggested a restraining order if I had evidence of direct threats. I didn't. Not yet. May brought new pressure. Jennifer filed a lawsuit claiming Mom's property transfer was invalid due to undue influence during mental incapacity. Our father, brother, and aunt signed affidavits supporting her claim. The complaint listed the property's current value, $740,000. Dad called that evening. This is getting ugly, he said. Just split it with her. She needs the money. I've invested 8 years and $200,000 into that property. Family is more important than money, Nicole. I hung up. Jennifer's texts became explicit. Sign the quitclaim deed. Transfer 50% ownership. Or things get complicated. Complicated how? You know how. I installed security cameras at my house. Front door, backyard, driveway. The footage showed Jennifer's Honda driving past between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m., 3 to 4 times per week. Sometimes she parked across the street for hours. I contacted a family law attorney named Patricia Moreno. She reviewed everything. The texts, GPS logs, security footage, Mom's medical records proving her competency when signing the deed, receipts for all renovation costs. This is harassment, Patricia said. But the property claim is separate from the stalking. We need to address both. How? Document everything. Don't engage. Let her escalate. June brought the breaking point. Jennifer created a Facebook page. Justice for Sarah Martinez. Sarah was our mother. The page claimed I had manipulated a sick woman, stolen her property, and was now preventing Jennifer from claiming her rightful inheritance. She posted photos of Mom's house, my car, my workplace. Then she posted photos of Emma and Lucas. School photos from the Riverside Elementary website, candid shots of them at the playground. A video of Lucas getting off the bus. The caption read, "These children benefit from stolen property. Their mother teaches them that theft is acceptable." My phone exploded with messages from concerned friends and distant relatives. Dad called, furious. "Take down your accusations against Jennifer right now." I didn't post anything. She's posting about my children. She's defending herself. You've turned this family against her. Marcus sent a group text to 12 family members. Nicole is having a breakdown. She's claiming Jennifer is stalking her. We need to intervene before she does something drastic. The property situation is making her paranoid. I sat in my car outside Emma's school and cried. Then I called Patricia. She's posting my children online. I said, screenshot everything. I'm filing an emergency protective order petition today. That afternoon, I received Jennifer's final text. Last chance. Sign the transfer papers I'm sending. Or those photos go somewhere worse than Facebook. I have hundreds more. Some are very interesting. The threat was clear. The implication was worse. I forwarded it to Patricia immediately. The protective order hearing was scheduled for June 28th. I spent 3 weeks preparing. Patricia hired a digital forensics expert who analyzed Jennifer's Facebook page, extracting metadata from every photo she'd posted. The timestamps showed months of surveillance, photos taken from March through June, documenting my children's daily routines. I compiled the GPS tracking data into a spreadsheet. 47 documented instances of Jennifer's vehicle following mine over 14 weeks. The security camera footage showed 23 separate occasions of her driving past my house late at night. The text messages numbered 186, escalating from property demands to explicit threats about the children. Patricia also subpoenaed Jennifer's phone records. The cell tower data placed her phone within 500 feet of Riverside Elementary on 31 school days, despite living in Nevada and having no business in Portland. On June 27th, Patricia called with unexpected news. The judge assigned a federal prosecutor to review your case. The interstate nature of the stalking and the online threats trigger federal statutes. This isn't just a protective order hearing anymore. My stomach dropped. What does that mean? It means they're taking this seriously. Very seriously. The Multnomah County Courthouse felt intimidating on June 28th. I arrived with Patricia at 9 a.m. for the 10 a.m. hearing. Jennifer sat in the hallway, with our father and Marcus, both dressed in suits. She wore a professional navy dress, and held a folder of documents. She smiled at me, confident. At 9:45, 3 people in dark suits entered through the side entrance. Patricia leaned over. Federal Marshals, she whispered. My heart hammered. At 10 a.m., we entered the courtroom. Judge Sarah Brennan presided. But instead of the simple protective order hearing I expected, the prosecutor, a woman named Amanda Chen from the U.S. Attorney's Office, sat at the prosecution table. Your Honor, Amanda began. This case involves violations of 18 U.S.C. Section 2261A, interstate stalking, and 18 U.S.C. Section 875C, interstate communications containing threats. We have 9 federal marshals coordinating with Homeland Security investigations due to the cyber exploitation of minors. Jennifer's confident smile vanished. Amanda presented the evidence systematically. The GPS tracking data displayed on a large screen showed Jennifer's vehicle following mine across Portland for 14 weeks. The cell tower data proved she'd traveled from Nevada to Oregon repeatedly, positioning herself near my children's school. The text messages appeared in chronological order, showing clear escalation from property demands to threats involving the children. Then Amanda showed the Facebook post. The defendant posted 47 photos of minor children without parental consent, including videos showing their daily routines, school location and schedules. The metadata shows these photos were taken covertly over 4 months. Jennifer's attorney, a local lawyer she'd hired for the property dispute, looked stunned. Your Honor, my client was simply documenting family interactions. These aren't family interactions, Amanda interrupted. These are surveillance photos taken during a campaign of interstate stalking to extort property transfer through threats against minor children. Judge Brennan reviewed the final text message. Last chance. Sign the transfer papers I'm sending, or those photos go somewhere worse than Facebook. Miss Martinez, the judge addressed Jennifer directly. Do you understand you're being charged with federal stalking and extortion? Jennifer's face went white. This is a family property dispute. This is a criminal case involving threats against children to obtain property through coercion. Dad stood up in the gallery. Your Honor, my daughters just need to work this out. Sit down, sir, Judge Brennan said sharply. This is a federal criminal proceeding, Amanda continued. Homeland Security investigations became involved due to the online posting of minor children's images with implied threats. The defendant's statement those photos go somewhere worse than Facebook suggests intent to distribute images of minors on platforms associated with exploitation. I hadn't even considered that interpretation. My hands shook. We're requesting immediate arrest and detention pending trial, Amanda said. The defendant has demonstrated willingness to cross state lines repeatedly, has made explicit threats against minors, and has shown escalating behavior indicating she poses a continued danger. Jennifer started crying. I just wanted what was fair. The house was Mom's. The house was legally transferred 8 years ago, Amanda said. Your lawsuit alleging undue influence was filed solely to create leverage for this extortion campaign. Patricia presented Mom's medical records. 2 neurologists had evaluated her competency before the property transfer. Both confirmed she understood exactly what she was signing. The transfer included detailed documentation of my renovation plans and financial investment. Judge Brennan reviewed everything silently for several minutes. I'm granting the emergency protective order prohibiting the defendant from any contact with the petitioner or her minor children. I'm also issuing a preliminary order in the property dispute case. The civil lawsuit is stayed pending resolution of these criminal charges. She looked at Jennifer. Miss Martinez, you're being taken into federal custody. Bail hearing will be scheduled within 72 hours. 2 marshals approached Jennifer. She looked at Dad desperately. This is insane. I'm her sister. You stalked your sister's children for months and threatened them to extort property, Judge Brennan said. That's not sisterhood. That's federal crime. They handcuffed her. Marcus stood up, furious. You're destroying this family over money. Your sister destroyed this family when she started following children to school, Amanda said coldly. The courtroom cleared slowly. Dad and Marcus left without looking at me. Jennifer was escorted through a side door still crying. Patricia squeezed my shoulder. It's over. But it wasn't. Not really. Amanda approached us in the hallway. We'll need your continued cooperation for the prosecution. Based on her cell phone data, we believe there are additional surveillance photos she hasn't posted yet. Homeland Security is executing a search warrant on her electronics today. My stomach turned. We take threats against children extremely seriously, Amanda continued. She's facing up to 5 years for the stalking charge and up to 20 for the extortion. The cyber exploitation angle adds additional charges. I nodded numbly. Patricia walked me to my car. The property is yours, Nicole. Always was. The lawsuit will be dismissed. I drove to Riverside Elementary and picked up Emma and Lucas early. They climbed into the car, arguing about whose turn it was to choose music. Normal, safe. That evening I received an email from the U.S. Attorney's Office. Jennifer's bail was denied. She'd remain in federal detention until trial. The search warrant had recovered over 300 photos of my children on her laptop and phone, some taken with telephoto lenses from significant distances. Dad left a voicemail. You've destroyed your sister's life. I hope you're happy. I deleted it. Marcus sent a text. Family means nothing to you. I blocked his number. The property stayed mine. The tenants kept paying rent. Emma and Lucas kept going to school, and Jennifer stayed in federal detention facing decades in prison for mistaking stalking for negotiation.